everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2016 movie, I Was A Teenage Wereskunk. The movie is directed by Neil McLaughlin. I think it's also written by him. And this movie follows a teenage boy who is sprayed by a skunk that makes him turn into a skunk every time he gets horny. It's like really weird. The cast in here is, for the most part, alright and everything, but this movie is made to be like a B movie and everything. It's kind of making fun of movies from the 50s and stuff, like the monster movies, and it's really low budget, but it's really pretty hilarious, and I know it's made intentionally and everything. The cast is all really decent, though. I didn't expect the acting here to be quite as good as it was. It's not like Oscar worthy or anything like that, but for a movie that's meant to be made as a so bad it's good type of movie, the acting was a lot better than I expected. But there's some really cringy dialogue and stuff that's in especially at the beginning of the movie, when it shows this couple. It's a cheerleader and another guy in a car at this makeout point place overlooking the city. You know how they had that in a lot of 50s movies and stuff like that. And there's before they get attacked by the wereskunk and everything. It's just really weird, and like then it cuts back to a few days before that, and the friends are like eating at a pizza parlor place, and there's like this big musical number that comes out of nowhere that's kind of like paying homage to Grease and also kind of making fun of it and everything at the same time. It was a pretty cool scene. I was hoping that this was going to be a musical movie, but that was really the only sequence with the music, but it was still pretty good. Most of the characters are at least somewhat likable in here. The main character, I can't remember what his name is, the one that turns into the wereskunk, he's a really likable character, and the guy that plays him just seems like a really likable personality, if that makes sense. And then, like, there's some really hilarious kills in here. Like, when he becomes a wereskunk, it looks it looks like he's wearing a Halloween costume, and it's really hilarious. He's just dressed up in his little he looks like his jock clothes and everything, but he turns into a wereskunk, and he has like the fake nose over his nose, and it's obviously like a Halloween costume. It looks really bad, but it's also intentional. It feels like it's intentionally funny too. And like, there's a scene when he's the wereskunk and he's killing people, and he throws a baseball at this girl, and she explodes. It like doesn't make any sense why she would explode, but and then the only thing that's left of her is like a leg that came off of a mannequin. It's like really hilarious, low budget, corny, and everything. But this movie is a lot of fun. It's not anything special or really anything great, but if you want to just have a fun, turn your brain off movie that's made to be so bad it's good, and poke fun of movies that are like it, I'd recommend it. There's also some really weird running gags in this movie. Like, there's this one character that keeps on, even though the movie's set in the 1950s, she mentions Google and Harry Potter, and nobody knows what she's talking about and everything. She's like the only one that's still in our time, for some reason, thinking that she's in our time. And then there's also this other side joke that goes on throughout the movie, where the kids' parents are pretty much talking dirty to each other and indicating that they're fixing to go have sex, and like after they leave the room, the camera shoots to these pancakes with syrup dripping and everything. It's like really corny and funny and everything, but it's just really dumb. And then there's another part where this deputy that is helping the sheriff try to find his son, because his son's the one that's the wereskunk and everything. Like, every time one of the other people come up with an idea, the sheriff acts like he knows everything and everything. And the sheriff is played by a woman with a mustache trying to act like a man. It's really hilarious. But this movie is really not really a good movie per se, but it's a fun movie. It's like kind of like with Thanksgiving. It's so bad it's good, except and it's just really fun. It's not one I would want to watch all the time. I'd recommend it maybe every once in a while and everything, but it's definitely worth watching if you like these type of movies that are just really silly and dumb. I definitely would recommend it. But yeah, this is a alright movie. So I'd give I Was a Teenage Wereskunk a 7 out of 10. It's not anything special, but it's a fun turn your brain off movie, and it's fun to watch just for how cheesy and corny it is. But if you have seen this movie, let me know in the comments what you think of it. If you do want to see it, it's on Tubi right now. If I can, I'll try to put a link to it in the description box where you could maybe you could watch it on there. That's how I saw it, was free on Tubi. But if you like these type of movies, it's definitely worth watching, especially if you like the old B-movie monsters from the 50s and stuff. This movie pays a lot of good homage to those kind of movies and everything. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.